Guys, I finally did it. I finally regained control over my phone. I've had my online business since 2016 and I have finally cracked the code to enjoying the freedom that my phone gives me without being glued to it 24/7. And it's all down to the hacks I'm about to share with you in this video. The hacks I'm going to share with you are the results of years of experimentation. They've worked for me, they've worked with the clients I've shared them with, and with a bit of fine-tuning, they'll work for you too. The goal is to keep on growing our spiritual business, our online business, without being addicted to our phone and to social media, which as a marketing energetics coach, I'm all about. I'm all about growing your business by leveraging your energy in a couple of hours a day, which means, yes, using your phone and using social media, but being very careful about it because social media can keep your business stuck. And I've linked a full video about this right here. For now, let's dive into those hacks to regain control over your phone. The first thing you need to understand is that your phone has been designed to be extremely appealing and addictive, kind of like a squeaky toy for a kid or a dog, which makes it really hard to resist with all the fancy stimulation and dopamine hits. And I know we all know that, and yet we keep on falling into the traps, but that stops now. The good news is you can absolutely make your phone less appealing. In fact, making it more boring is what is going to reduce the temptation of you being on it all the time. So you have several ways to do that. The first one is to organize your apps on your phone by folders. That's a recording of my phone you see here, and you can see I've organized my applications on my iPhone in very boring folders on health, food, work, social media. I've organized it this way because I'm not seeing all the apps I have on my phone every time I unlock it, which means when I unlock it, I go straight for what I want with a purpose in mind. I know the apps are there, but not seeing them really reduces the temptation of clicking on them. It makes it harder to find the applications as well, but the way around it is to use a search bar. So you just go down and you can search the app and access it directly. I find it actually faster to find what I'm looking for, and it also reduces my floating time where my finger could just slip and open social media when it's not what I intended to do. The second hack is a bit more radical, and I admit I personally don't do it, but I know it works, so bear with me. It's simple. You just go to your settings and you turn black and white mode. Removing the colors from your phone reduces the stimulation and instantly makes it way more boring. You actually have mindful tablets, which are really popular now, which are being sold at almost £1, if I recall well, which are only in black and white for this reason. So this is a free alternative you can do straight away. Let me know in the comment below if you've tried setting up your phone in black and white mode, type black and white, or if you actually prefer colors like me and type colors. This way I'll get a good feel of what's going on and if I'm the only one who can't stay in black and white on my TV or on my phone. So we've done the appearance part. Let's focus on the active distraction part. We're bombarded by notifications on our phone all the time, and those really overwhelm me. They're also a huge distraction because I always click on a notification that comes in to get that hit of dopamine, even though I just wanted to check the time on my phone. So the first thing I do to reduce that is turn non-important notification off. So I don't have Facebook notification, I don't have Instagram notifications, I don't even have an alert when I receive an email. It means if I want to check my notification, I have to manually go to the app and click on it and see what's up. And guess what? No one has died. So the FOMO is real at first, but little by little you start getting rid of the feeling of urgency. It actually make checking my notification more enjoyable because they all group together and I actually can enjoy the time that I'm setting aside to specifically do that. So there is more intention in my way of engaging with my phone. I also mute most of my group chats. I know. I do have a couple that are on, but most of them, I mute them as soon as I'm added to the group or it's created, because the chances are so notifications don't directly impact me, and they can wait until I decide to check on them to be read. So the only notifications I receive are from people who are contacting me on Messenger, by text, on WhatsApp, or phone call. It's mainly my friends, it's mainly my family and my clients, so people who have access to my energy and who I want to maintain a direct line of communication with. By the way, if you want to learn more about becoming a client and working together on making your business profitable, enjoyable, sustainable, meaning you have a regular, consistent income without needing to consistently be posting or just being glued to your phone, then I'll put a link to chat in the description below. The other things that I find really stressful about notification in these red little bubbles that appear on the app, because it's all red on my phone and I'm really tempted to get rid of them right away. And the only way to do that is by clicking on the app. To remove the sense of urgency from the applications I do allow notifications from, I remove the notification as a bubble. You just go to your settings, click on notification on the app, and then turn off the red bubble. Also, I always put my phone in do not disturb mode. Once more, it's about me choosing when I interact with my phone. I have exceptions with that, like if I'm traveling or if I'm expecting a call. Also, if someone calls me twice, for example, my phone will start vibrating, not ringing. It's not 2000 anymore, because it might be important or urgent. But most of the time, my phone is absolutely silent. It's by my side, waiting to be picked up for me to interact with it. And if I want to make extra sure not to be tempted while I'm working on a big project, for example, I put it on airplane mode. I do that at night on the rare occasions that my phone is in my bedroom. Most of the time, my phone is downstairs and I bring a book to read when going to sleep or waking up, which is way more relaxing. You snoring, Eden? The last element that has really helped me in taking back control over my phone is to set up limits for myself. Think of it like parental control, but for yourself. And it's actually about reparenting your young self who wants immediate gratification by grabbing her phone. The way I want you to think about this is really through love. It's not about discipline for the sake of discipline or rules for the sake of rules. It's about doing what you know is best for you, just like you would for a loved one. Last week I was in France and I helped set up my 12-year-old niece's so she wouldn't spend too much time on it, because I know it's not good for her, her parents know it's not good for her, and she knows it's not good for her. So doing it for myself actually stems from the same place of love. It's not punishing, it's loving what I'm trying to achieve in my life and making it easier for myself on the day-to-day by setting up these limits and removing the decision-making. To do that, you have several options. You can use your phone's native control limits. On iPhone or Android, you can do it pretty easily now. It's easy to go past these limits, but it still adds a pause and interrupts your scrolling, which is exactly what you want. You don't want to let your subconscious run the show and stay stuck on your phone. You want to have your critical mind make your decisions, and a pause will allow you to ground into this part of yourself. You can also use other apps which have been designed to make it harder for you to doom scroll. I've been using Opal personally, which so far I'm liking. It's stricter than my iPhone's native one, but I can still unlock it if I need to access Instagram or Facebook or any of the other apps I've blocked on this app. You have harder modes if you need them, which make it literally impossible for you to access those apps from your phone. So that's part of the pay mode, which I don't have. I'm really happy with the free one at the moment. Before you go back to your scrolling, I encourage you to pick a few of those hacks to implement now, and then take it from here and fine-tune it until you find what really works for you. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do have to start now if you want to see any change and progress in your behavior. And as spiritual business owner, we really have to be mindful of where our energy goes. We might need social media for our business, but we need balance too. In this next video, you learn about how to leverage social media in your marketing without getting drained, so you can find your balance between growing your business, getting more clients, and embracing slow living.